welcome to the Queendom. I'm Sarah Engel, and today we are doing a Belle-inspired makeup tutorial. The style we're gonna recreate is Belle's park style yellow ball gown look that you'll see if you go to Disneyland or Disney World. If you saw my how to do your makeup like a Disney park princess video, you'll see that I did Belle as well as all the other Disney princesses. Just swatches for the closest possible dupes for what they use exactly at the park. And so today we're gonna go a little more in depth and tell you how to apply all of that to get the closest possible Belle look. I have already applied foundation, so apply foundation that works for you. If you wanna see how to do costume or stage makeup foundation, I do have a tutorial for that as well, and you will find a link to that in the description. So once you get all of your foundation applied, we're gonna go ahead and get started. So here we have, it's either Kaja or Kaha Mochi Pop in the color number 2 Atmosphere. This is a very, very close match to the exact Ben Nye shade that Belle wears in the park that's confidential. We're gonna take some of this Atmosphere Mochi Pop, and because this is a cream blush, I'm just going to apply it with my fingers. I'm gonna use a little bit bigger mirror than that. And I know this is a Sleeping Beauty mirror. There's you. Okay, show me the beast. That was a little aggressive, but so we're gonna concentrate this on the apples of the cheeks and just start blending it out. One thing with character makeup, you can go a little heavier on the blush than you would in your day-to-day life, because once you put that wig on and the costume on, your face tends to look more washed out. Plus, it's a very dolly-ish look to have heavy blush, so don't worry if it's a little heavier than you would usually wear out and about. I kind of think this whole, it's almost like a teardrop shape. All up in here is kind of where we're gonna put all that blush. You can put some of that blush up in your hairline as well, so the color is not just concentrated on one part of your face, because that looks very obviously fake. I'm even gonna take some and put a little bit here. We're going to contour the nose a little bit. Now, this is not something that you would find in a park guide. They don't ever really talk about contouring any of those. It's pretty much just like what shades to wear where. But we can use this to help shape our face to make it look a little bit closer to the cartoon. So I'm gonna take this Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette, and we're gonna use some of this color Somber for my contouring. You can use whatever you want for contouring your face. But basically, Belle has a very cute upturned kind of button nose, so I'm going to do a little bit of like a V under the tip here to help kind of with that upturned button nose appearance. And then we're also going to take a very thin, flat little brush here and draw a line like a upside down C, and like right there it looks crazy because it's obviously not blended in at all, but basically that is allowing us to make it look like we've got a little swoop up on our nose, the cute little button nose that so many of the Disney princesses have. Now we're gonna just blend that in with our finger and blend it in with a clean brush if you prefer. You can also take some dark and put it on either side of your nose, just a little bit there to make it look a little bit narrower. You'll also want to make sure you don't blend too much so that you blend away all of your lines. But one thing that helps if you feel like, okay, it's just a little bit heavy, but it's almost there, is if you take a damp beauty blender and get some translucent powder. In this case, I have Makeup Forever Ultra HD translucent powder. And if you take a damp beauty blender and pat it on your nose, that will both seal it in on your face and pull up a little bit of that color too, and it really helps to blend it in. I need a new beauty blender. So I'm just going to do my best here and kind of do something similar, just with a big fluffy brush here. I'm also gonna seal in this blush with some translucent powder too. Not too much. I don't like going crazy heavy with powders. Now I'm gonna take a light color here. I'm gonna use Lyric from the center of here, which we're gonna use as a little bit of an eyeshadow in a second. I'm gonna put that just down the bridge of the nose, but not onto that little upside down C, because that's gonna be erasing your little shadow you did, and just a little bit on the tip too. Okie dokie. All right, so we're gonna go right on into our eyeshadow now. I'm gonna take that same color we just used, that Lyric right in there, and we're going to put that on the brow bone, right underneath your eyebrows. I'm gonna pull it a little bit down too, kind of the inner corner. This isn't totally park accurate, but a key to making your eyes look bigger is to have light inner corners. So we got one eye highlighted. Now we're gonna just do the same for the other. We are going to pull out a nice fun gold color. At the parks, Belle actually uses just one very kind of, gets a pearlescent, shiny gold yellow color. I did a lot of swatching, and the closest that I could find for you is actually from the Violet Voss Pro Eyeshadows Like a Boss palette. We've got this color here called Girl Crush. It's a really nice gold. That with just a little bit of this other color here in the corner, Swag, patted over top of it, because this Girl Crush here is a little bit darker. When you put this Swag color on top of it, you can really emulate that color that Belle wears at the park. Make sure you pat it off, and especially when you're dealing with shimmery glitter stuff, you don't want that fallout all over your face. And then we're gonna pat it on the lid. If you have not primed your eye prior to doing this, you should stop and prime your eye prior to doing this. All right, now tapping Swag on top to lighten it up. We don't want it totally gold. It's like definitely got a yellowish tint to it. All right, once you've got your gold on your eyelids, you're going to want to take that contour palette again. We're gonna use a lot of this today. And then we're going to blend these two colors here. Shadow Play and Somber. I've used a little bit of both of these. It's a very exact match for the shade that's used for contouring the eyes. Into the crease we go, kind of starting from this outer corner. Be careful not to get it too much onto the center of your eyelid, because we really do want to keep the integrity of that gold color there. You want to make sure that you blend that really, really well. And there we have our eyeshadow for Belle. For the brows, you can take a brow pencil. Belle actually has pretty thin eyebrows, but super thin eyebrows can also look really unflattering on you. So kind of just do what suits your face. Err on the thinner side if you're gonna go one way or the other. But you gotta be really careful with eyebrows. If you go too far one direction that's different from what is flattering for your face, it's just gonna look weird. I have here this Ben Nye eyebrow pencil in the color medium brown. All right, and there we have some brows. Before we're gonna do the eyeliner, I'm gonna put on some lashes first. Now, technically, the lashes are not in Belle's park makeup guide, but it looks better if you're trying to do photos or anything in video to have those. If she's on stage, she might actually be wearing them anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and add some lashes for Belle. I found these just at Target. You can get them lots of places. These Ardell Professional Wispies, the Demi Wispies. We could use these now if I want, but I have a pair that I've already used recently that are still really nice, that are very similar, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use these, even though they're not the exact same. But if you're looking for something that would make a nice Belle lash, these Ardell Demi Wispies would be a great option for you. All right, once you have your lashes on, I recommend putting the liner on after that. It helps you blend in the fake lashes by being able to take some of that liner and kind of fill in any little gaps that appear. So for the top lid, we're gonna use a black liquid liner, and for the bottom, we're gonna use a brown pencil. All right, so I definitely prefer the lashes I told you guys about rather than trying to use these ones. These flare out probably a little more too much. We want a little bit more in the center too, but it's close enough. We have some lashes on for Belle. We will be okay. So we've got that top liquid black liner on. Now we just need to put some of that brown on the bottom. All right, there we've got the eyes done. We're gonna put a little bit of highlight on the cheekbones. And maybe a little bit sneaking on that inner corner. A slight bit. Just a tad. Over that brow highlight area. Take a natural looking lip liner, something that matches your lip shade, and line your lips. If you're looking at Belle's lips, her bottom lip is significantly fuller than her top lip, but she does have fuller lips than a lot of the princesses. So if there's one you're gonna overline with, if you have smaller lips, Belle might be that one. But just compare your lips to hers. Now take a lip brush, and we're going to apply some of this Naughty and Spice Nude Sticks Nudies over top of that. All right, there we have the lips. If you want to take a little bit of a natural gloss, you can do that and put that right in the center, especially on the bottom, since she does have a fuller lower lip. All right, now it's time for me to put on my wig cap, put my hair up in a wig, and get a Belle dress on. And there we have it. We have our completed Belle look. There's something there that wasn't there before. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this Belle-inspired makeup tutorial. We have lots of other Disney princess makeup tutorials too, and we're working on getting all of the rest so you can have any Disney princess makeup tutorial ready for you anytime you want. So make sure you tell me in the comments below which princess you'd like to see next. And I have a special surprise. Our special guest, Chip, here to remind you to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And to remember to ring the little bell if you want those videos to come right to you. We put out new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we hope that you will be our guest in those videos. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Belle-inspired makeup tutorial. We are doing, I spit, so maybe I should say that again. You'll see. I don't know. Ow! I clawed me really hard. That's a great face. Oof. After the lashes, I usually. Ah! Every morning just the same since the morning that we came to this little studio. This is how not to sing like a Disney princess.